take a moment to talk about the types of things we're going to be covering with this membership. If you spent any time looking around in the trading industry, you'll find all sorts of information on trades and techniques. You'll find all sorts of trading strategies and trade alert services, and person after person trying to sell you the easy path to riches or the next best trade or whatever. Now, I'm going to give you the fact that a lot of these advertisements and trades and services, a lot of them are crap, but at the same time, I'd also like you to realize there are a lot of decent strategies that you can do very well with that are out there as well. And I would probably guess too that some of you have probably traded one or more of these decent strategies at one time or another in the past, and you've probably realized that the strategy was good, you stuck with it, and as a result, you're a very profitable trader by now. But unfortunately for most traders, this never happens for them. Because here's the challenge. A majority of traders, even if they find a decent strategy, even if they initially follow the strategy, they have very, very unrealistic expectations as to what trading is. Maybe not unrealistic expectations at what we call the conscious or the logical level. I actually believe that most of us at the logical level or conscious level, we'll call it here, I think most people understand that if a certain trading strategy has an 80% win rate, then that means that strategy is going to lose 20% of the time. And they also believe that when they do lose in our type of trading, this income trading, where we have a very high probability of winning a specific trade, in our type of trading, our losses tend to be on average larger than our wins. And that's for a variety of reasons. But here's the thing. These traders, they may be expecting losses at the logical level, but that's certainly not what they expect at the unconscious or the emotional level. At the unconscious level, they expect a winning trade to keep right on winning, and they expect a losing trade to keep right on losing. How do I know this? I know this by the emotions and their feelings and their actions that they're experiencing. Because think about it. If I'm trading a strategy that I've proven to myself that it truly has an 80% win rate over time, and that strategy's won the last 20 months in a row, then in order for that strategy to perform as expected, it has to lose more than 4 months in a row just to get back to as expected, to get that 80% probability rate. Anyone can do the math on that, right? It's not that hard. So if that's the case, why the hell would any logically thinking person double or triple their trading size after they've had an extended periods of wins? And after a few losses, why would anyone switch to a strategy that's done much better than normal over the last 1 or 2 or 3 years, where that strategy is now mathematically expected to perform very poorly over the next 2 or 4 or 6 months? So logically, that makes no sense. And on the flip side, why would any logically thinking person change a strategy that he's decided or proven to himself that has an 80% probability win rate? Why would you change that strategy after it's had a rougher than normal period, maybe 4 or 6 or 8 month period that's just kind of gone really crappy, when it's now mathematically expected to perform much, much better than normal for an extended period of time? Again, logically, that makes no sense. Yet that's exactly what most people do. And as a result, they end up chasing their tails for years and years, learning a lot of new strategies, a lot of cool stuff, trying to get better execution, trying to do all these little things off to the side that aren't going to help them get profitable, and they never get anywhere as far as results. Now, some people might assume that this is a psychological problem, and there are some rare cases where that might be true, but most of the time we're dealing with something else. It's usually more of a misunderstanding. A misunderstanding between your real unconscious expectations revolved around trading and what I call the actual dynamics of trading. And I often see traders with this discrepancy between reality and true expectations. And that's usually the root cause of why most traders have challenges becoming successful in this business. Therefore, the information and the lessons and the exercises that we're going to be doing as we go along in this membership, they're going to be specifically designed to overcome these types of challenges as well as many others. So what we're going to be working on here, and then I'll answer the questions because I have some in here. What we're going to be working on is three primary things. We're going to be working on the dynamics of you, the dynamics of the market, and how to get ourselves to interact with the dynamics of the market in a way that produces the most consistent, profitable results. We're going to take a look at things that look like, trading performance psychology, which is extremely important, our expectations, feelings, behaviors, and biases, quality decision-making processes based on the risk-reward probability equation, how to take away the proper lessons from trading and back testing, the continuous improvement process and journaling, behavioral case studies. You'll have the opportunity to come in and do some live one-on-one coaching interactions. And we're also going to take a look at some book reviews. And I think I put out a book earlier that will take a quick look at some excerpts I took from the book today, and we'll just kind of talk about the meaning of what that might mean for us as traders. And then we're going to talk about the dynamics of trading, the characteristics of trading strategies, expectancy, utility, frequency, distribution, the break-even win percentages and things like that, and how the dynamics of that trade are going to play out over time and how those dynamics are going to play out. This will allow us to determine where the primary failure risks is in any strategy, and we're going to be able to put in some red flag performance thresholds for certain strategies. We're going to look at proper back testing procedures, consequences that position sizing, scaling, and changing profit targets and maximum loss numbers have on long-term success. And we'll be doing trade and trader and trading case studies. Again, along with some live one-on-one coaching interactions, if you guys are willing to, step up and explore some things in the public format. So, once we understand all these, then we have to get ourselves to interact with the dynamics of trading in a way that produces the most consistent, profitable results.